You're watching an extreme sport in the making.
My name is Ingo Saugskans, and today I will do a skydive jump from the drone.
My name is Jan Spotterams. I'm the CEO of Aerons and inventor of the big drone.
They call it drone diving. After 4 months of planning, Ingus and Janis are going to try it for the first time.
The weather is good, everything's ready. First we're going to do a test where we lift 100 kilograms of just sand, and then we proceed with the jump.
If they pull it off, it will be a world first.
Do you feel nervous about the operation?
Not right now, but we'll see.
The 28-propeller drone can actually lift 200 kilograms. But it's always good to make sure before you attach a person to it. The real test here is to see how the drone handles the weight in mid-flight.
When actually lifting the bag, what happened, it went a little bit down, and we don't want that to happen.
Janis will need to take this into account when piloting using extra thrust.
We understand why it happened, and we will fix it.
With that in mind, they prepare for the big jump, changing out batteries and doing a pre-flight check. Clearly, this isn't an ordinary drone. Janis originally built it to fight fires.
Actually, that's the reason why it's colored red. In firefighting applications, we connect a hose and we can lift it up in the air and do firefighting on high-rise buildings. We can go higher than any ladder truck could go if we needed to rescue somebody from the top of the building.
The drone is a whopping 3.2 by 3.2 meters and weighs about 70 kilograms. It can reach a top speed of 150 kilometers an hour.
There are 16 batteries on the drone. They are completely independent, so if something happens to one battery, the rest would still work and we would still be able to fly. For a person, it's about 10 minutes of flight.
Today, Ingus will jump well before that, free-falling for a few seconds before pulling his chute.
We also attached safety parachutes for the drone. We don't want the drone to fall on top of the parachute, so that's the reason we have the parachutes for the drone as well.
It takes 3 to control this drone. Janis will pilot, while one team member keeps an eye on the batteries, and another controls the safety parachute. Even though the drone could lift Ingus all the way up before he base jumps, the risks of doing that are just too high.
At first we thought that we would lift the person, Ingus we would lift it from the ground. But between this 40 and about 80 meters, that's the space between where it's already too high. It's becoming dangerous to jump, but it's not high enough to actually pull out the parachute. So to overcome this, we are starting from 120 meters, so at any point Ingus can let go of the drone and just pull the parachute.
Some last-minute stretching before he takes the plunge.
Of course, a bit nervous.
But at some point, you just have to go for it. And just like that, history is made and a sport is born.
And we got up and Ingus got the handle and everything went on as planned.
Very interesting how it feels. It's just like flying up with balloons. Feels supernatural.